What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? You're back with another episode of Lucas and Moe versus the World. I'm keep. You know what? Fuck this. Lucas, do your thing.
Oh man! Can I get a raw, please? Y'all ready? Y'all ready? For the main event?
Well, that was inappropriate and really quick, Mo. Welcome back, Knuckleheads,
I lost
to
my train
another
of thought.
episode of Lucas&Moe versus the World. On today's episode, we have a good enough segment on Russell Crowe. Halloween remake at Blumhouse, New Mutants being pushed back to make it scarier. But first, I'm going to start with another first look segment. And this one is on Pacific Rim Uprising, which trailer was just released on Wednesday. And Captain Marvel, whose first look at the costume was just released today. So,
Yes.
how do you like your white women in motorcycle outfits?
Oh man, I thought we were gonna go with something else first, but let's talk about Captain Marvel in that trash ass, green ass, trash ass motorcycle outfit. First of all, you're gonna show me that shitty outfit. Then you're gonna try to explain it by saying, "Oh, it's supposed to be for safety." You know what's funny? When they released the Flash's costume a couple years ago, and people were like, "Oh, it's supposed to be for safety," y'all said, "Take your safety and shove it where the sun don't shine." You know what I'm gonna tell you about this Captain Marvel trash green outfit?
Take the safety where the sun don't shine.
Thank you very much, sir. Take that shit up. You know what? Look, I have so many choice words for this costume, and I know a lot of you like it, and I know a lot of you are bending over backwards to defend this shit. It is a piece of green shit. I am sorry, because another thing is, it's supposed to be Kree, the Kree uniform. First of all, I've almost had no problems with anything Marvel has given me in terms of costumes. So why is it that all the female costumes?
Inhumans, nigga.
We don't count that one. We literally it didn't happen. It never happened. It did not happen. Okay, Inhumans. You know what? Shit. Captain Marvel's costume could fit in the Inhuman show.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Thank you for bringing that up.
You could tell Mo is very upset about this costume.
Oh, I'm so upset.
Because his accent is coming out so strong right
Hey, Wakanda forever, my nigga. Wakanda forever. It's gonna come the fuck out on this one. But hey, look. You promised me something last year in SDCC, right? They showed us Captain Marvel. They showed us a concept. And you know what I noticed in all of these movies is that when you show a concept, it's not necessarily what's going to happen in real life. But bro, this is the best you could come up with. I'm guessing it's green so they could CGI stuff onto it. But bro,
that actually would be a good reason for it to be green.
Okay, here we go. So I just gave them an out, is what you're telling me?
Yes, you did, sir. You literally lined it up for them.
Man, let me know what you think about it.
Let's just say this.
Okay. Piece of shit.
Here's the weird part, comic book people. I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say it and be surprised about it. I don't mind the costume.
Okay. Where's Lucas? Where is Lucas?
See, here's the thing, Mo. Here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
And this is why I don't mind her costume.
Piece of shit.
She's fucking trash. Why would I be surprised if fucking trash is dressed like this? Like, come on, man. I don't mind it. She's trash.
Now look at Gamora, right? Look at Gamora. Look at Black Widow. Shit. Look at Catwoman.
Hold up. But Black Widow is dressed like a prostitute, so we can't count her.
Okay. Look at Catwoman. How about Catwoman?
Technically, Gamora is dressed like a prostitute, so let's not count her either. And Wasp is dressed like Ant-Man. Like, fuck the Me Too movement with Wasp. So she don't even get her own costume.
What you're saying is Marvel has...
Why are we expecting so much from Marvel costumes when they have disappointed time and time again? I don't mind. The color scheme was odd, but supposedly you're explaining that away because this is her original Kree costume. I
Fuck
don't
that
fucking
shit.
care.
It's still
All I
ugly.
know about the Kree is that they're on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and they suck ass. That's all I know about the Kree. I know nothing else about them. So this can't bother me. It's odd that she's just... Here's the thing. From someone who rides motorcycles, because I have a motorcycle license, I have ridden motorcycles. Could you please explain to me how a motorcycle outfit is worn for safety for a motherfucker flying? That makes no sense.
I mean,
If
she's
you
gonna be
wanted
flying
it
into
to
birds, my
make-
nigga.
Here's the thing, though. If they wanted it to make sense, she's literally in the Air Force, right?
Yes.
So wouldn't the suits that the people wouldn't the suits to jump out of planes been safer? The ones that the Army has had since the 80s?
Are you trying to make sense for Marvel?
In the 90s?
No.
No.
Okay.
I'm not making sense for them. I am
Thank you.
questioning the decision to attempt to tell me that wearing a motorcycle outfit for safety to fly. That makes no damn sense.
No goddamn sense. None whatsoever.
So anyone who tries to explain it away by saying that, you're fucking stupid.
As
Just
fuck.
say you like the costume, or just say that no matter what, you're going to be on Marvel's mushroom tip, so you'll excuse anything they do.
Thank
Either
you.
way, it's fine with me. I don't care. Fucking character is trash. I don't mind that she has a trash costume on. It is. She literally. Here's the funny part, though, Mo. Funniest part of it all.
Uh-huh.
Everybody who complains, everybody who's like champion and trying to defend that costume, I want them to go back to the first X-Men movie because that's exactly what she looked like when I saw it.
No. Do not insult the first
I said,
X-Men movie.
that's an X-Men costume with green on it.
Don't insult the
That's what it
X-Men.
was.
Don't insult the X-Men movie. They had good costumes.
No, not in the first movie. Everybody was dressed in black leather. I thought that they was the bonded shit. She looks the same way. Literally the same way. And let's be realistic here, people. If y'all don't get some butt implants or something in that fucking suit, because she looks fucking horrible. Like, here's the thing.
They're gonna CG some on her.
You can make a costume for someone, but you gotta make it tailored to her. This is what makes me believe this is supposed to be the first costume because it's not tailored to her at all. So during the movie, if they have a scene where she's trying to decide what to wear to fight crime, she comes up with that, and then later on she's like, I need something that fits better, that moves with me better, and then she gets another costume.
Oh my
Fuck
god!
you, Marvel! I just called it now.
Oh
If
my
y'all do
god!
that shit,
Are we? Oh, Jesus.
son, right now the movie is writing itself for me, so I'm perfectly fine. She is trash. I'm expecting the movie to be trash, and her costume is trash.
My head hurts. It is so trash.
I'm not bothered by it.
All right, so
Hey,
let's
people, if y'all going to defend it, defend it. If you don't like it, fuck it. If you compare that to Wonder Woman, you're fucking stupid.
very
Come on,
fucking
son.
stupid if you ever say,
Come on, son.
if you ever compare that to Wonder Woman, because Wonder Woman has had the same costume except for when they switched from the skirt to pants. Wonder Woman has had the same costume since inception. Don't you dare. Don't you fucking dare.
I mean, in all honesty, all the hopes of this being anything as good as Wonder Woman went out the window with that costume.
Oh yeah, it's been gone. It's been gone. No, and you know what, Marvel people, yes, you're gonna be excited because finally now you have your female superhero to say yes. You know we got one too. You shouldn't be happy because looking at that costume, Lucas, what's next, man?
Marvel
What's the
people,
next?
this ain't a Me Too movement, Marvel people.
Oh nah, because
Fuck her and her costume. Let's go to the next one, Mo. There's no reason to dwell on this because Mo doesn't like it and he's a comic book person. I don't mind, but we can move on.
I've liked
And we're gonna
every
move on.
costume.
We're going to move on to
Okay.
something that was even a bigger disappointment. The Captain's costume. Pacific Rim Uprising released their teeny bopper friendly trailer on Wednesday.
Power
So here's what
Rangers
I'm gonna do,
like shit.
people. Here's what I'm gonna do, people. I'm not gonna tell you anything. I'm gonna ask Mo, what was your reaction to when you saw this trailer, Mo?
Alright, so technically, I need a drink for this. I need a drink for this episode, seriously. Technically, this is this is the second first look for Pacific Rim because we got a trailer before Comic-Con. We got a trailer before New York Comic-Con, right?
Mm-hmm. They also had rap in it. So I'm just going to point that out. Black lead, and magically you have hip hop all of a sudden. Yep. Go ahead, Mo.
I love that trailer. Lucas knows how I feel about that one trailer, and I was like, okay, leave it there. Leave it there. They brought the second one out, and it showed a lot more of the movie, and I'm like, holy shit, this is bad. One, they played the trope of the legacy son who doesn't want to live up to his legacy. I rolled my eyes as soon as I saw him in jail, bro. I was like, man.
Every fucking movie humanly possible. Nope, go ahead, Mo. Finish. Go ahead.
Okay, so in Pacific Rim 1, they said you can't single pilot a Jaeger. The next scene they show you is a girl single piloting the Jaeger. I don't care if it's a small one, she single piloted that shit. The next scene is
what you don't care about evolution, Mo?
Fuck that. Fuck that shit. Okay? Fuck it. I want my canon. I'm gonna start sounding like regular comic book fans now. That's not canon. Okay. Then they show you John Boyega partying his life away and then being told he needs to step up. And then they show you him giving a speech. Almost similar to Idris Elba saying we're going to cancel
the world's funniest speech.
Oh my god. Look.
By the end of Mo doing this, I'm going to pull up a movie. Wait, this is the exact same case.
Okay. So now he stepped up to step into his father's big ass shoes, because we all know he's not going to fill those shoes Idris Elba left in Pacific Rim 1. You can't make that speech. Idris Elba said, well, canceling the apocalypse. They ain't canceling shit, my guy. What's next? And then they show you an evil robot fighting the good robot. Jesus Christ. The mechanics don't look good. The graphics don't look good. It looked smack like 2017's Power Rangers. I'm like, it's colorful? Fine. Because a lot of people said, oh, we couldn't see in the last Pacific Rim. We couldn't see the robots fighting. So what do? They brighten this shit all the way up. First things first.
Those robots look like fucking trash in the light. It's the reason you don't lighten this shit up. But go ahead, Mo. Do it again.
Alright, so they lighten up these robots to appease the people that said the first movie was too dark. Fine. But then if you're going to lighten it up to show me how bad the robots looked in the first movie, you gotta make these robots look good, right? Right? You gotta at least attempt to do it.
You would think so, right?
It didn't look like it. It just looked like a bunch of mashed up colors in giant robots. It looked like what's the name of this? The Power Rangers movie. It looked like every animated just mashed up together. Look, Stephen D. Knight, you did Spartacus and you did the first season of Daredevil, which is untouchable at this point. You're telling me that you sold a piece of your creative soul to make this movie because was it Paramount or Universal? Universal, right? They promised you a dark movie or a movie that that's your movie. They promise you to do you're gonna be able to do your movie. So first of all, you have to do this trash ass movie, dude. Man, I know the bag is probably big on this one, but bro, your name is forever gonna be tied to the trashiest Pacific Rim movie ever. The first one was bad. This will be bad. Probably worse.
Hold on, what you saying? The first Pacific Rim movie wasn't good?
I liked it. I loved it.
I'm gonna say I don't disagree with you on that, Mo. The first Pacific Rim movie was actually entertaining.
You know what? It was decent. It was decent. Let me take that back. It was decent.
This is, as you can tell, folks, by the sound of my voice against the sound of Mo's voice, I am not disappointed at all in this trailer.
Oh, I'm hurt.
One bit.
I'm in my feelings.
The reason I'm not disappointed because I've been telling Mo for about 6 months now.
This
movie is going to be some shit. Again, when I believe something is going to be some shit, you can't disappoint me by doing exactly what I expected. Let's go back to the Power Rangers because that's a key point to me in what I'm about to say. When the Power Rangers trailer first came out, and all of you people who like been sucking Power Ranger dick since you were kids kept on saying, "Oh my God, this movie looks awesome." I saw the trailer and said, "Wow, this looks like the fifth wave." Now, for people out there that don't know what the fifth wave is, the fifth wave was a movie made for the same audience that Power Rangers and this movie is being made for. And when that movie's trailer comes on, it looks deceivingly good, but you can tell the movie's going to be bad.
Oh, the fifth wave. I remember that piece of shit.
Mm-hmm. And Power Rangers trailer looked the same way. It looked kind of good, but you could tell the movie was going to be bad. This trailer, same fucking thing. It looks kind of good, but you know, the moment, as Mo said, the moment they go into the storyline is that he's in jail and I don't want to be my dad, so they show him partying and drunk. There's a big monster behind him. They only show the bones, and the whole time, because I don't want to be my father. Blah 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 blah. Like, come on, son. Like, at this point, you can't come up with anything original. Nothing at all. Pacific Rim 2 is made to make money. It is no better than any Transformers movie.
I hope it doesn't.
Made.
I hope it doesn't make money, so they stop that shit.
In the US, I strongly doubt this movie makes anything. In my head, I have the number that it will open up at. In my head, I have the number it will finish at. The only audience that could possibly save this movie will be the China audience. And because this is a China co-production, they're going to throw a lot of money for this movie to make money overseas. Unfortunately, you know, Chinese people love star power along with their robots. John Boyega, the next colored person for white Hollywood, has no power in China. And I know you people thinking that he's in Star Wars. But if you listen to me and Mo's last couple of shows, I've said repeatedly, Star Wars bombs in China. In all honesty, it is horrible that his name is attached to this film and to the Chinese audience, and you're thinking they're going to accept him when they fucking hate his other sci-fi films. There's a chance that's going to make this movie fail tremendously overseas. But, hey, you motherfuckers wanted another movie with robots. It wasn't a Transformers movie. You motherfuckers getting another movie with robots that could be worse than a Transformers movie. So I hope you're happy.
Dog.
You're getting exactly what you wanted.
Man, I was so excited at the announcement of Pacific Rim 2. That first trailer was, you know what is so funny is that first trailer was just small enough where
it didn't show you the full shit that the movie was going to be.
And then this one just says, you know what, fuck it, open the floodgates, nigga. Man, take your floodgates back. Take them back. I don't want them.
Here's the thing, Mo. The excitement for Pacific Rim 2 went away when GDT was announced that he wasn't going to do it.
Oh,
at that point, you got to know what studios think. Okay, so the guy who spearheaded the first one, he wrote it, he put it together, everything of that nature. He's not returning for the second one.
Worked with the VFX
Instead of hiring a good enough director to man this ship, they said, we can get anybody to do it and throw money in behind it, and we're good to go. And you get this. This is the reason why movies fail, people. When you have a very strong-willed director in the first film, you cannot then go to the second film and just get any director. You're going to have to get someone of equal talent. Example number 1. Alien and Aliens. 2 completely different directors. 2 are classics, but they brought on another director who happened to be just as good, if not better, than the director and the creator of the first film. That's what you do. Instead, with Pacific Rim 2, we're getting the Terminator series, where you had a great director and then you just start floating in people who didn't know what the fuck they were doing in the series, and then the movies flop. And that's what we'll have here, Mo. So, Mo.
Yes.
There's no reason to dwell on your childhood and your hopes and your dreams being killed by this fucking movie being bad as it's going to be.
This is the worst first looks ever, by the way. This is the worst one ever. And I thought the last one we did was bad.
Best.
This is the
This is the
worst
best ever for
one
me.
ever. Okay,
I highly enjoyed this one
I
because
bet you did. Because I'm
not disappointed in
I'm
any way humanly
dying.
possible.
I'm dying inside, and you're just loving all of it.
Hey, your accent came out, everything, Mo. That was fucking hilarious.
Wakanda forever, my nigga.
So, let's go on to the next topic of discussion, which is New Mutants being made scarier.
This actually
So,
makes me
as everyone
happy.
knows, New Mutants was supposed to be released this April,
Yep.
and Fox pushed it back to next February.
Yep.
In the process of them pushing this film back, all the stories started being released that they wanted New Mutants to be scarier. So they're doing a couple of things, not rewriting the entire ship, but doing things to amp up the horror factor in this film. Mo,
Look,
are you as excited as I am
bruh.
about this?
First of all, I was excited about New Mutants and the fact that it was going to be horror. Now you're telling me you're taking the whole movie apart to add some, not even taking it apart, just opening, spreading it a little
Just
bit.
to make it scarier.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes. I am so excited. You want to know why? Like, this means, I'm happy now. I'm back to being happy. And so my accent gone. So this means
It is. That's so sad. It's so sad. It completely. You went from a strong African man with pride to a Caucasian gentleman that I want to show you all of a sudden. That is a very weird transition there.
look, you take all you're telling me now that superhero movies don't have to be what they are. They don't have to be tropey. They can be anything. You've taken this movie and you said it was going to be scary in the first place, but now you're going to make it even scarier. That means you're going to amp everything up. It means I don't know what they're going to do, but I know that the story of Demon Bear that they're using for this movie, they're going to recharge that and make it even better. Dude, I am so excited, man. Like, I don't even know, like, my excitement level is just off the charts. And I hope to God, I should probably taper it right now, because I hope to God it doesn't come out, a trailer doesn't come out next year and I'm in the same position.
Well, I would say you couldn't be. The first trailer for New Mutants
was awesome.
So dope, and it played as a horror movie trailer. So
yes,
for them to now come out and say, we want to amp it up even more because we need it to be scarier. All that tells me is that this was kind of a horror movie beforehand.
yes, it was probably like superhero heavy.
Yeah, but now they're like, no, let's lean fully. And I think this has a lot to do. And again, not saying I have any insider information on it.
Okay.
I believe this angle has a lot to do with the amount of money that it made.
Yes.
Because it's different when the Conjuring films make money. Those make like 250 to 300 million worldwide.
Yes.
It made almost 700 million. So what that's telling other studios is that if you make have teens in films,
mm-hmm.
and give it a good horror element, they will flock to see the film. So X-Men already have a built-in audience. The horror movie genre has a huge built-in
now
audience.
You put the two together.
And now you want to combine the two together, and you want to actually make it scary. So you're basically saying, we have the X-Men audience no matter what, because it's an X-Men movie.
Yes.
But if we're going to be true to the horror movie crowd, this movie has to be scary. Mm-hmm. It has to be something that those people are going to want to repeatedly spend their money to see. This movie could be great. This could be one of the best comic book superhero films because it's stepping away from the norm. Fox has been great as of late of stepping away from the norm. Fox is trying their best not to give you the cookie cutter, everything's the same type of comic book films. And New Mutants to me is always going to be the crown and jewel. And I believe with the pushback of the date to next year, mm-hmm. and if people are not paying attention, it's released next year, the same time of year that Black Panther's being released this year, that Deadpool was released last year. They actually increased it by moving it to a date that is normally now set up as a big blockbuster date, that middle date in
Bro.
February.
Yes.
I pay a lot of attention to things. And people out there who thinking that, well, comes out 2019, supposedly this deal with Warner Brothers and Disney between Fox and Disney should be done by then. So technically, Disney will be taking over. Disney's going to move it. Let me kill all your hopes and dreams with this one thing. If you believe this movie was moved and Disney had absolutely nothing to do with it being moved, you're an absolute idiot. I want you to clearly pay attention to what's going on here. Besides Deadpool being moved up into that window where Infinity Wars is, which kind of weird because it kind of takes away from Infinity Wars box office. At least that's what people think. That was weird. The move of this movie and the move of Gambit fits a Disney move because they're both being slotted in at places that Disney did not have movies at on their schedule.
Oh.
And these are places that normally fall within the box office range that you have to have films in this area. So the point that you put New Mutants at that time frame, Disney is thinking, hey, if it's a little scarier, it's not under Disney, so we don't have to worry about alienating anybody. But if it's a little scarier and we put it in this time frame, and we didn't pay for this movie to be made, but we're going to reap the profits of it, this can be amazing. When you move Gambit to June the 7th, which again, you all don't know box offices and summers, that is a hell of a release date. Normally release date around the the first week after Memorial Day weekend, which is huge to get those early June release dates. Disney has released something big at that date for almost every year. And the point that you slotted in Gambit there again tells me what you're doing. I am not slow.
Mind blowing.
You have to notice, most of these moves to me are Disney moves. And this is Disney trying to monopolize off of this franchise. Not only that, if these movies hit, both of these movies hit, all those hopes of completely integrating X-Men into the MCU
it's gonna be
would be put on hold. Because they gotta let it run its course if these movies make money. There is no way in hell you stop a money train.
Amen.
Well,
and the fact that 2018 is already a good year for horror movies. So if you put a cookie cutter horror movie in the mix, you're losing.
We would have a problem.
Yes.
And that's what they knew. That you cannot put something that's kind of scary out.
No, you got because if
you gotta go. Anything with horror, you better lean into it.
Oh, you gotta go deep. Because if we're gonna get Slender Man, The Nun, you gotta come. You gotta come hard. Like, smart move, anyways. And I love it. And I love the fact that that's why they're doing it, not because they need reshoots. They're doing it to make it scarier, like more intense. That's what I'm all in for it. I'm all in for it. All right. We just had some fun. I just had fun.
Mo's back to normal now after being disappointed.
Yes.
With our first look segment.
Oh, so disappointed. So disappointed. Anyways, moving forward, the next topic we want to talk about, we're kind of staying in the horror genre a little bit.
Kinda. We are at horror royalty here, Mo. Understand this. This is horror royalty, people. That we're talking about now.
The Halloween remake at Blumhouse Studios. Look, man, Jason Blum promised this movie's coming out this year. If not, he's gonna give you his right or left hand, one of his hands. He promised this movie. He promised us this movie this year. So, I mean, we don't know anything about it. We've gotten a weak synopsis, and apparently this is supposed to, retcon or cancel out all the other sequels, right? So,
yes.
What do you think about it? There's a date attached to this movie, by the way. But what do you think about the fact that we getting a Halloween remake, first of all, with the original, with what's-her-face coming back? Jamie
Lee Curtis coming back. Here's the thing. For anybody that does not know, Lou loves horror movies. I extremely love horror movies. Halloween is my favorite horror movie of all time. Of all fucking time. And I've seen every Halloween that's ever come out. even the really, really bad ones. And I own every Halloween that's ever come out, even the really, really bad ones, including Season of the Witch, but does not even have Michael Myers in it. When I heard that Blumhouse was remaking it, Blumhouse is as big to horror movies right now as anyone. The only person bigger could have been if James Wan decided he wanted to remake Halloween.
Right.
But the point that Blumhouse is doing it, and he's as serious as he is about it, because he's not only doing this remake, he's actually right now still trying to get the rights to Friday the 13th because he wants to remake that one too. This is someone who's passionate about horror. And it does not happen often, people, when you get people passionate about horror and passionate about making the story good. That's what has me excited about this. Because you don't need a big budget for a Halloween film. You just need a story to make sense. You don't even need a body count, because Halloween was never originally about a body count. In the first Halloween, I want to say a total of 2 or 3 people die. That's it.
Yeah, it was about 2 people. It was about 2 people.
Yeah. What made it great was the suspense. And what Blumhouse is pretty good at this point is making horror movies with suspense that does not have huge body counts. I am extremely excited to see where the hell they go with this. Because again, as Mo said, I'm more interested in how you're going to eliminate every sequel and start over again. Because that takes a lot of balls to do it. Because you're basically still saying the first Halloween happened. And everything else after that we know has not happened. I'm interested in this.
Yeah, like him, I think he and John Camper, John Campion. He and John Carpenter said,
Carpenter.
Yes,
Yeah,
John Carpenter.
Don't you ever disrespect John Carpenter. We're confusing him with blogger.
Okay, my bad. But he and John Carpenter said, they said this movie was going to cancel every other sequel, and I'm guessing the bad ones, but every other sequel, because they want to take it back to the roots of what Halloween was all about. I am all for that.
Elements of
100% behind that. Now, if you do that and you do that well, which I think they can do, Blumhouse can do, because again, I don't think Halloween has to have a super big budget. No, which Blumhouse is good for. They can make
Blumhouse.
Yes,
you're getting 10 million maybe.
Yes,
10 to 15.
And
they don't do big budget films,
and they can do really well with that movie. So I'm excited. I'm excited for it. Apparently, the date is 10/19/18, October the 19th, 2018. Yeah, that's the date they have on the books.
We're getting it this year. I can't fucking wait. Listen here, people. I am extremely excited. As excited as y'all heard me be about Masters of the Universe, I'm more excited about Halloween. I can't wait to around Halloween to see this film. I'm going to go to a fuck Mo. I'm going to go to a midnight screening of Halloween. Like, dude. Matter of fact, for people that don't know, and for people who aren't in the DC area, because that's where me and Mo at, that's where we record this show at. Every year at East Street Cinema in DC, around Halloween, they show the original Halloween at midnight screenings. I have been the last 4 years I've gone to this screening. This is a movie I own, and I still watch at home.
You're a dork.
And I still go there to see that movie. So, fuck you, Mo.
Such a nerd.
Fuck you. Hey, here's the thing, Mo. Are you dressing up to go see Catman, Mo? Yes. No. You're probably dressing up to go see Catman. So, fuck you, Mo. And fuck your Catman. Halloween is a classic. And damn it, if I'm going to listen here, people. I'm going to see the original, and I'm going to see this one in the same damn day. I am more interested to see how the hell all of these combine, and I need to see it in one sitting. So whatever theater decides they want to show me the original Halloween, followed by this Halloween, I'm fucking going to see it.
Good luck with that. Have fun. All right.
Why so
we done talking about it. No, because you just on this mushroom tip so hard right now.
Wow.
So hard.
Wow.
Yes, you are.
Wow.
Yes, you are.
I wasn't the one early in the show sucking the shit out of Pacific Rim before you was disappointed. Mo is like a woman who really anticipating getting the dick, and then it's bad, and then she's upset about it. That's been Mo, like, since The Last Jedi came out. Don't you? You can't kill my joy, Mo. You can't kill my joy, damn it.
He said since the no, seriously, since the Last Jedi came out, I haven't been the same. Have not been the same. Anyways, let's move over to
October 19th, 2018. The Halloween remake is gonna make a killing in the box office. The name alone guarantees it 25 million.
Shit,
If
Jamie
it comes
Lee
out with
Curtis.
good reviews, it's gonna do 45 plus million opening weekend. Don't be surprised if that 45 climbs to 60 or more $1 million opening weekend for Halloween. I am calling it right now.
Damn
Nostalgia with its release date. This is going to be a huge fucking movie.
Wow.
Go ahead, man.
Okay. Well, yeah. So, wow, 60, 45 to 6. Okay. Let's move on. We are now at the shit. I am so lost. We are now at the good or not section of the show. So, the person we have decided to put up today for you guys to decide to help us. Well, we're gonna tell you if it's good or not, and we're gonna put it out there for you to comment and tell us if we're right or wrong. Is Russell Crowe. Russell Crowe.
Russell Ira Crowe.
Oh,
I had to say his
okay.
full name.
Okay. All right. So, I like Russell Crowe. So this is gonna be a little difficult for me to do. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna let Lucas do the filmography.
I'm gonna run down the movies.
Yes.
Because as Mo already knows, the reason I don't like Mo running down filmography. So
I'm gonna do TV movies. I'm gonna do TV shows.
Al Pacino, Robert De Niro, who's done it better. Mo ass will either do unnecessary shit or Mo will just roll through shit and not explain what makes it good.
Okay, so you do.
Yeah, I'm a clearly start at the beginning with Russell. I'm not gonna skip much. So first film have listed is Prisoners of the Sun, 1990. Second movie, The Crossing, in 1990. I'm gonna let everybody know a lot of these earlier films are
bad.
Australian films. They're not bad. They're Australian films. So these aren't Hollywood films per se. 91 was Proof. 92 was Spotswood. 92 also was Romper Stomper. 93 Hammers Over the Anvil. Again, as I said before, people, Russell Crowe was in Australia. He did a lot of those films. Some of these films are good. Some of these films are bad. But these aren't films you should skip if you like Russell Crowe.
Right.
93 For the Moment. 93 Love and Limbo. As you can tell, Mr. Russell Crowe was extremely busy in 1993. 94 Some of Us. And then we get to the big one.
Yes.
For his Hollywood debut, 1995, The Quick and the Dead. And I say big, and I'm only saying big because it was the first time a lot of people in Hollywood saw him. Not going to say it's big because it's a good movie.
It's okay.
It was his American film debut, though.
Yeah,
so
it was.
That says a lot.
It was.
It says a lot.
I mean, Sharon Stone, Leo DiCaprio. Come on now. It was a big movie.
It was an average movie that got a lot of attention.
Oh, because you coming up on one that shouldn't even be on the list.
Fuck, but it makes sense. In 95, he went back to his home country and did another one, which is called No Way Back.
Oh,
and also in 95, Sid 6.7 was born in Virtuosity with Mr. Denzel Washington.
This is the one movie that
anybody who remembers me and Mo doing our show on Denzel Washington. You remember how much trash we talked about Virtuosity.
Oh.
I'm not going to repeat it. I'm just going to say this movie is fucking trash. But here's the weird part. The best part of the movie is Russell Crowe.
Okay.
He's the best part of the movie. But the movie is so bad. So bad. So
you have to clue onto something.
After that, we get to a movie called Rough Magic. This is when he was doing his comedy thing. Mm-hmm. Again, this is actually an American film.
Right.
Didn't really make money. It was one of them smaller films. But in 1997, we get one of the best films ever made.
Yes.
I will go as far to say the best film of the 90s.
Yes.
The film that got robbed by Titanic for Best Picture, L.A. Confidential.
Goddamn good movie.
Fucking God. L.A. Confidential is my favorite movie of all time.
Goddamn good movie.
It's not a film, like, it may be a film better, and I'll mention that film later, but L.A. Confidential is fucking amazing to me. Russell Crowe was amazing in this fucking film. For anybody who has not seen it, you have to see this fucking film. Like, I am to this day confused how Russell Crowe did not win Best Supporting Actor. Did not get, I don't even think he was nominated for Best Supporting Actor.
He wasn't.
Kim Basinger won Best Supporting Actress, but man, this movie does not move without Russell Crowe in it. Him and Guy Pearce, the way they play off each other, L.A. Confidential is a fucking classic.
You damn straight.
On a different
level, yeah. I agree with you.
So, his next film was back to his home country. He did a movie called Heaven's Burning. Again, Russell Crowe at this point, he was switching back and forth between his Australian things and his American things.
Because he's faithful.
Also,
he's loyal.
Yeah, he's faithful to his country. Also, in 97, he did another movie called Breaking Up. We can skip that one. In 1999, he did Mystery Alaska. Now, Mo, I don't know if you've seen Mystery Alaska. I've seen Mystery Alaska. It's one of those films that's not good.
No.
But it's one of those films that is such like, it's the perfect Saturday morning film, if people understand what I mean by that, where it's a little hope. It carries way too much, but it gives you good feelings to start your day.
Yes,
like that's what Mystery Alaska is to me. It's one of those bad films that I actually enjoy watching.
Yeah, it's enjoyable, but it's bad. Oh, it's bad.
There you go. Follow that up. Also in 1999, as I said when I talked about L.A. Confidential, and I said L.A. Confidential is my favorite movie of all time. This movie, besides The Godfather, because Godfather, Citizen Kane, all those things, I put those in different categories.
Right.
1999's The Insider.
Oh yeah, you about to talk about The Insider.
Could be the best film I've seen of the last 40 years.
Nigga, this movie, you're not even 40.
That's what I mean. Now you understand what I mean. But here's the thing. I can say 40 years because it's not about the age. I said the best movie I've seen in the last 40 years.
True.
I've seen movies way older.
From
the last 40 years. Like, this movie is damn near perfect in every way humanly possible. It's Michael Mann's best film.
Yes.
It's Russell Crowe's best film. This movie is the reason that Russell Crowe won an Oscar for the following film we're going to bring up. Not because he was good in that following film, it's because everybody at this point acknowledged that he got robbed.
Yes.
And he had no... If you want to see Russell Crowe and Al Pacino put on two of the greatest performances humanly possible, you have to see The Insider. If you want to see Christopher Plummer give one of the most amazing performances humanly possible, you have to see The Insider. And the weird part is, this is all based on a true story. That's what makes this amazing. They are playing real people.
Yeah.
And they are fucking killing it. Jesus Christ. If you have not seen The Insider, I'm going to need you to...
Yeah. Michael Mann was
killing
it in the 90s.
See The Insider. The Insider is perfect movie. It's no other way to put it. For a movie that does not have killing and anything else in it, it is so suspenseful in its dramatic elements that you will freaking love it.
Michael Mann was killing it in the 90s, bro.
Yeah, man, listen, that's a great movie. And we're going to follow it up with another film in 2000 that lots of people like. I liked it. It is far from great, but some people consider it a great movie, which is Gladiator.
My name is Maximus Decimus Meridius.
Decimus Meridius, which that will be, I don't know if I said it on this podcast, but that will be my son's name. And I'm going to order everybody, including his teachers in school, you will say that whole damn name. That will not be a middle name. His name will be Maximus Decimus Meridius Moore. You will say that whole fucking name. There is no way out of saying his whole name. I'm making that his whole first name.
Oh, God.
That tells you, look here, I acknowledge this is not a great movie. I acknowledge that while Russell Crowe is really good in it, He had absolutely no
exceptional.
business. He had no business winning an Oscar for it, but I always understand because
He
he
should have
should
won
have
it in
won it for the
'99.
Insider,
Yeah.
and they gave it to him for this film. But again, Gladiator for a lot of people is the perfect movie of its type. I really enjoy it. Definitely not a bad performance. But we're going to follow up the Gladiator in 2000 with Proof of Life. And that's all we're going to say as we move along from Proof of Life.
Thank you. Please. Just
2001, we have A Beautiful Mind. This is another film
exceptional.
that he was amazing in. Again,
Jesus,
the film's
he can
not
act.
that good. Yeah, the film's not that good. Russell Crowe is that good in it. That
Right.
says a lot to me.
You
The
damn
film
right.
is Crowe is great in this film. Great in it. Because he carries this film completely.
Oh yeah.
So again, Beautiful Mind. The next movie, 2003, Master Commander, Far Side of the World.
Can we move? Skip?
We just have to acknowledge the disappointment that this movie was, Mo. That's all we got to acknowledge.
Okay.
The movie was a disappointment.
Oh, it was because it
And
was set up to be something big.
Here's the weird part, though. Russell Crowe was really good in it.
Yes.
The
It
movie's
was
not
also
even-
set up to be
The
really
movie's-
good.
Yes, the movie is not that bad, but damn it, it's one of those movies that's good, but something's missing.
Right.
And that's what Master Commander is. Something's missing. I think they for years they were going to do a sequel to it. We never got it, but that's okay. Next movie, 2005, Cinderella Man.
Look.
Listen.
Look.
Go ahead, Mo. I'm going to let you talk about this one.
Look. So we've talked. Lucas talked about what was it? A Beautiful Mind not being a great movie. He talked about The Insider being a great movie with exceptional acting. Cinderella Man is a good movie with exceptional Russell Crowe in it. We've seen better Russell Crowe, to be honest. We've seen great Russell Crowe, but he was really good in this one. He carried the movie to heights where I didn't even look. When I saw Cinderella Man, I actually cried a little bit. Just a little bit, though. I bought it. He is so good in this one. Look, he's so good that even Renee Zellweger had to elevate herself to a different level that I've never seen Renee in.
I'm not going to disagree with you, Mo. It's one of the better sports films made. So I'm not going to disagree with him one bit. So I understand why Mo likes it. It's a really good film. Man, it's really good. A great performance. Great performance. So after that, we go into 2006, a good year. Again, this is starting to trend, people, that you got to notice. Russell Crowe has gone on a stretch where at this point I think he did 2 films with Ridley Scott.
Yes.
And this develops into a very interesting relationship between them two. But in 2007, we get 3:10 to Yuma.
Look. I'm sorry, Lucas. I'm sorry. You know how I feel about Westerns, right?
You fucking hate Westerns.
I love this movie. I saw the original after I saw this movie because I love this movie that much. Russell Crowe, Ben Foster, perfection. That's all I gotta say. You got it.
Can I ask you a quick question?
Shoot.
And it's going to be a little off track of our Russell Crowe stuff.
Yes.
You know who directed 3:10 to Yuma?
Here we go, y'all. Here we fucking go.
You're going to eventually have to explain to me why you don't like Logan as a movie. Because in all honesty, a lot of the stylized points that made Logan great, he developed doing this movie. That's all I'm going to say. Including this being a remake, and Logan, while not shot for shot, is a spiritual remake. It's a shame. But that's all I'm going to say as we go to the next movie.
I know what you're trying to do. I know what you're trying to do, but I'm not falling for it.
Just point it out, man. As we go to the next movie in 2007, American Gangster. Again, now this is his 3rd film with Ridley Scott. Anything you got to say about American Gangster?
It's good. His performance was really good, but
he's really good.
Yeah.
Hey, let's skip along to the next one then. This This is 2008. This is the biggest disappointment of Russell Crowe's career. I'm going to start off by saying that. And not the worst movie of Russell Crowe's career. Those are two separate things. Body of Lies, which is also a movie by Ridley Scott. But this was Russell Crowe and Leonardo DiCaprio. This is a movie that should have been great, but was barely decent. And every actor's performance in this film is not up to par, and that's what makes this film just decent.
Right.
It should have been great. It could have been great. All the elements were there for it to be great, and Russell and Leo let us down. His following movie was a film 2009 named Tenderness. Don't worry about it if you've never heard about it. No one has heard about it.
Yep.
So let's get to the next movie in 2009, which is State of Play. Now,
not bad.
State of Play is not at all a bad film.
No, it's not bad.
It didn't get it. A lot of people have not seen it. Russell Crowe, Ben Affleck, Rachel McAdams, Robin Wright Penn, the guy who I hate his face, Jeff Daniels, Helen Mirren. The cast
Say his
is
name.
amazing.
Say his fucking name, Lucas.
I hate his face.
Jason Bateman.
I hate his face.
You will say
That's
that
his
man's name.
His name is I Hate His Face. That's his name. This movie should have made more money. More people should have seen it. If you have not seen it, you need to see it. Russell Crowe is fucking amazing in this movie, Joe. Fucking amazing in this movie. That's all I'm going to say. Because Mo's going to make me say the other guy's name. 2010, we get Robin Hood.
Skip.
Mo, very quickly,
Skip.
What did you think about Robin Hood?
Trash.
All right, also in 2010, we got 3 days.
The next
3 days. The next 3 days by Paul Haggis. To this day, I still enjoy this film.
Really?
I think it's a guilty pleasure, though.
Okay.
It's a guilty pleasure. It's not a good movie, but it's not. It's up there with State of Play. It's barely decent, but it was different to see Russell Crowe play that type of role, and I enjoyed it for that reason.
Right.
The following movie is The Man with the Iron Fist.
LOL.
I'm going to say trash.
LOL.
The movie was trash to me. 2012, we also got Les Miserables.
It's kind of mediocre.
It's an enjoyable movie, but Russell Crowe.
Kind of mediocre.
Let me tell you this. Russell Crowe in this movie is fucking trash. He single-handedly takes this from being a really good movie to making it not too bad.
Because they asked him to sing.
He can't fucking sing.
They asked this man to sing.
Asked this man to sing. Like, did you not know beforehand he can't sing?
Trash.
How the fuck can you do that, Joe? Come on, son. He almost ruined Hugh Jackman's great performance. 2013, we get Broken City, directed by Alan Hughes. This is another film that just, it's skippable. There's no need to see that.
Right.
Also, in 2013, we get the worst comic book film ever made, and it happens to have Russell Crowe in it.
Fuck you, Lucas.
Which is Man of Steel, right? Fuck trash and fucking skippable. You know what, though? Russell,
he was great as Jor-El.
He is so unnecessary in this movie.
He was great as
Like,
Jor-El.
Russell's in the beginning, and you don't need him. And him playing Ghost Dad during the rest of the... Fuck him. Fuck this trash-ass movie.
Nah,
Fuck
Lucas.
Man of Steel.
Fuck you, man.
Fuck Man of Steel.
Fuck you, man.
Fuck Man of Steel.
Whatever.
This is the low point of Russell Crowe's career, is when he signed on to do Man of Steel.
Man, I'm hurt.
Fucking sucks.
That's how you feel?
Okay. 2014, we have Winter's Tale. Again, I don't know if Mo's seen Winter's Tale.
No. Probably skipped it.
You should have skipped it.
Yeah.
It's a horrible movie. Luckily, it's just a small supporting role. But after he did Man of Steel, he just lost sight of what a good movie was.
Oh.
So that's why he did that film.
So you're gonna blame
it took a while. Yes, I am. Also, in 2014, we get Noah, which for my personal reasons, I understand why Noah was made. For my personal reasons, I enjoyed Noah. I don't believe Noah's a bad movie. Nowhere
really
near being a bad movie.
When you have
Some people,
monsters.
I don't know what Darren Aronofsky was thinking with the Rock Monsters, but I'm letting that shit slide because Russell is really good in it. A lot of people didn't understand the ending. It's because they're all heathens and don't read the Bible, but I understood it. All right. Also, in 2014, we get The Water Diviner. Well, I don't know if you saw this one.
Nope, didn't.
That is amazing that I've seen all these movies. I saw The Water Diviner. I actually saw it at a screening. It's pretty decent. Russell Crowe gives a solid performance. The movie should and could have been a lot better, though. Bad directing.
Good.
Bad directing. The next movie is Fathers and Daughters in 2015. This was actually a foreign film. This was an Italian film that Russell Crowe ended up doing. Again, these type of films, he attempts to show how versatile he is as an actor, and then he falls flat on his face because this movie was fucking trash. But that's fine. Then we get 2016's The Nice Guys.
Well, he made
Listen,
up for it.
people.
He made up for
My
it.
God, this movie is great.
So great.
This movie is fucking unbelievable, man. If you have not seen The Nice Guys was the best film released in the summer of 2016.
Oh, hell yeah. The most underrated film.
Yes. One of the most underrated films ever to me is The Nice Guys.
I hope they drop a sequel at some point.
I really do. Shane Black, Russell Crowe, Ryan Gosling. It's an amazing fucking movie.
Shane Black, in my mind and other comic book people heads' minds, he made up for Iron Man 3 with this movie.
Yes. And then we get 2017, quite possibly the worst film ever. The Mummy.
The worst performance ever.
By who?
Russell. He was bad in this shit. Please don't tell me he was good.
He wasn't good. He's far from good in it, but
he was bad.
I'm gonna say Tom Cruise is worse in this one.
Well, yeah. And I think
look here, people.
Tom Cruise worse. Remember when they released that clip, or that clip accidentally leaked?
And look here, people. These are two great actors, and they got together to make such a shitty movie. Like, this movie's unbelievably bad. But that's the end of Russell Crowe's filmography, Mo. So, I made up my mind a long time ago about Russell Crowe. Mo, Russell Crowe, good or nah?
I think he's good. I think Russell Crowe has built up some type of goodwill to where I think he's good. Doesn't take away from his horrible performances. Does not take away from those. But I think Russell Crowe is good.
How many horrible performances does he have?
Quite.
Once you go through, if you think about it, once you go through his filmography, you don't get many horrible performances by Russell Crowe.
Yeah, you get bad ones. You get a couple horrible ones.
You get a couple bad ones, but you get
good
some of the
great
best performances ever known. Russell Crowe, as we were going through his filmography, it made me realize, like, when I do top 10 living actors, right, currently, and this is including men and this includes men and women for me. I do not separate the two.
Wow.
Russell is in the top 10, all like the top 10 going right now. So when I named the names Tom Hanks, Meryl Streep, all these other people, Russell Crowe is up there with them.
Yeah, he is.
He's an amazing actor.
100%.
He's done some of the best films of all time.
Yeah.
Dare I say, here you go, Mo. That's made people mad. Dare I say, Russell Crowe is a better actor than Denzel Washington.
Oh.
His filmography alone stands up that he's a better actor than Denzel Washington.
Just so you know, our show's been canceled.
Look here. Russell Crowe is fucking amazing.
Oh, no, he's great.
Like, when you go through anyone who makes LA Confidential and The Insider, two of the top 10 movies made in the last 40 years. You can't be beat to me.
Shit.
You just can't be.
I watched the whole I watched a whole fucking Western.
And he is great in it. He's absolutely
he's so good in
it. Absolutely
Ben
great
Foster,
in it.
I mean, he outacts Ben Foster. He outacts Christian Bale. He's just at the top of the heap in that movie. There are not a lot of movies
when Russell Crowe is with other actors, he takes over the scenes, and that says a lot.
Yeah, because you remember how we did Al Pacino and Robert De Niro, and you said Robert De Niro tends to get outacted.
Yes,
Russell Crowe does not.
I have never
even when he's
Russell
bad.
Crowe
Russell Crowe is so bad that even when he's bad, it's still like, oh, okay, it's Russell Crowe.
It's still Russell Crowe. You're like, oh, okay, yeah, I understand. It's Russell Crowe.
Because Robin Hood is bad. You get me?
Robin Hood is bad.
But it's Russell Crowe that sells that movie.
Yes. Like Russell Crowe's the only reason that American Gangster is tolerable to watch. And he has 2 movies he outacted Denzel Washington in. That's a lot. He got 2.
Look, the first one does not count.
Look here. Virtuosity was made. It is a horrible movie. And Russell Crowe's the best part of that horrible movie.
Oh my
American Gangster was made. American Gangster is a pretty good movie. Russell Crowe is the best part of that pretty good movie. He clearly outacts Denzel in that movie. Like Russell Crowe, again, dude, he outacted Al Pacino in a role that to this day I will tell anybody Al Pacino should have won an Oscar for. Like that says a lot.
Like I know how you feel about Man of Steel, but come on, Russell Crowe as Jor-El.
That movie is fucking trash.
No, fuck you.
I won't praise anybody but Man of Steel. Fuck that whole shitty ass movie with Russell fucking Crowe, Henry Cavill, God Snyder, all of them niggas who made that fucking horrible Superman movie.
Wow. I'm hurt. I'm in my feelings. Alright, so we're gonna close the show out right now. Thank you for listening, people. You've just been on another episode of Lucas. You've just been on another episode of Lucas&Moe Versus The World. We just talked about Russell Crowe, is he good or not? Halloween remake at Blumhouse Studios. We did our first looks for 2 horrible. Never mind. And we talked about the New Mutants being moved up.
Oh, so you're just gonna skip over that?
I mean, if you want to talk about
Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel in her no-ass costume. And we did a first look of the 5th wave. Oh, I'm sorry. Power Rangers. Oh, I'm sorry. Pacific Rim Uprising.
Dog. Oh, and you also heard Lucas's first son's name, Maximus Decimus Meridius. Now look, if your son don't play no type of sport, his name is Maximus Decimus Meridius, you gotta give him back.
Nope, he ain't playing no sport. He's gonna be a scientist. His name is going to be Dr. Maximus Decimus Meridius Moore. And you gotta say the whole fucking name. And I'm gonna tell him that from the beginning. Don't you let nobody call you Maximus or Max or try to do just the fucking initials. They gotta say the whole fucking name. That's the point of a name.
Alright. Well, that's the show, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for listening. You can catch us on YouTube on Lucas's channel. You can catch my accent on YouTube on Lucas's channel, Draw for the Podcast on mine, iTunes, Stitcher, TuneIn, Podbean, Pocket Cast, Audio Mac, or wherever, Google Play Music, or wherever
your favorite podcast can be found. You can find us. As you thought this whole time that Lucas was doing a show with his white co-host Moe, clearly you were wrong, as you realize today that Moe is of African descent, as that accent came out big time as he was talking about Captain Marvel.
Oh man, I was so mad. Anyways, thank you for listening, ladies and gentlemen.